Colaveri D. Why this Colaveri D?
Hey guys, I'm back with a new tutorial on brushes as I mentioned in my previous video. Well, I just got back from a wedding. I quickly changed from my Indian outfit, wore a headband, put on some bright lipstick just for this video, and I am going to be doing a tutorial on my eye makeup look, which is a Bollywood inspired bridal look. I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be coming up soon, so stay tuned. For those of you who don't know, I do bridal makeup, reception, cocktail, so please do get in touch with me if you're interested. Oh yeah, I finally received my new webcam which I ordered. I got it yesterday and I'm so excited. Please do give me feedback on the quality of my video and the lighting. I will work on it. So without any further ado, let's get started with the brush tutorial. Before I start, just to mention, the brushes I'm going to be using are the ones which are available from where I am. So you can use brushes, whichever brands you're comfortable with, whichever brands you're loyal to. So this is just basically a tutorial on product knowledge and how to choose your right brushes. So I hope you enjoy this. There are two types of bristles, natural and synthetic. I'll give you an example of a natural bristle, which is this one, and an example of a synthetic is this one. Now the natural bristles are useful for dry makeup like eyeshadows, powders, blushes, and the synthetic brushes are good for wet makeup like concealers, foundations, lipsticks. Okay, this calls for a more blended soft application. This is made with natural fibers, animal hair like goat, sable, horse, pony, and it's slightly more expensive, whereas the synthetic one is made out of nylon and it is very hygienic for wet makeup because it doesn't absorb any oils. So in makeup you do need a mix of both brushes. There are some brushes which have synthetic and natural in them. Okay, so let's start off with the first brush, which is the concealer brush right here. Now this brush has a tapered tip, okay, which is really useful for spot application, especially around the eye area. Okay, and it's also good to camouflage imperfections on your skin. The tip can be used for spots, for precise application, and the belly of the brush, which is the flat side of the brush, can be used for larger areas like your eyes. Okay. Oh, and the concealer brush also works as a really good lip brush because it's synthetic, and remember lipsticks are creamy. Okay, so you need a synthetic brush for lipsticks. It gives a very precise, even finish, and you can also get into the corners of your lips using this brush. So I know it can be a pain to use a lip brush, but if you apply your lipstick and then just to sort of shape your lips at the end, you can use a lip brush, just to get the nice beautiful finish. The next brush is the foundation brush. This is my favorite brush because there are different types of foundation brushes. You've got a buffer, you've got like a 187 stippler. There are loads of different types. Well, a flat brush is what I would recommend because it gives like a flawless finish. You need extremely little product. Remember, it's synthetic, it's good for creamy products. You need very little of the product and you can just work your way through. It will spread evenly, it won't look cakey, and you can get into your nose bridge very easily. It's very easy to play around with this brush here, and it's hygienic as well. Now, a lot of you might be applying foundations with your hands. It's not very hygienic to apply foundation with your hand because of course bacteria gets transferred, and more than that, 50% of your product gets absorbed into your hands, so you waste a lot of foundation. The same way, if you use a sponge, 80%, now a sponge, if you think about it logically, a sponge is used to absorb product, right? So when you use a sponge for foundation, most of the foundation gets absorbed into the sponge. So there's hardly any on your face. You're just wasting a lot of product. Whereas when you use a brush, only 15%, around 15% gets absorbed. So it's advisable to use the brush. Even for your concealer, you don't want to use your fingertips because if you use your fingertips, especially on like say your pimples, you will break out even more. Okay, so always use brushes and clean them. I will be doing a tutorial on how to clean brushes. Okay, so that's your foundation brush, synthetic fibers. The next brush is the powder brush, which is this one here. This is a nice rounded fluffy brush. It's made with natural fibers, natural bristles or fibers. So this calls for a really nice sheer coverage. You just have like a wash of loose powder. You don't want to look cakey, so don't use sponges for loose powder as well. Just kind of buff the powder all the way in, and just make sure your brush is large. You need a large powder brush, right? Next is the blush brush. Again, you can use a synthetic or a powder. A lot of people use a synthetic blush brush, tongue twister there. So it's up to you. You can use a natural or a synthetic one. This particular one here is angular because it fits right into the apples of your cheeks. So when you smile, it's extremely easy to apply them. Can you see how easy it is? Okay. And this brush is also good for contouring. For contouring, you need to do that, like suck your cheekbones in. Yeah. And you basically apply it onto the hollows of your cheeks. Okay. Sorry, you suck your cheeks in, not cheekbones. That didn't make sense. So just that way. So this is a 2-in-1 contour cum blush brush. Alright, the next one is, now we're moving on to the eye brushes. That was your face brushes, concealer, foundation and powder. Now we move on to the eye brushes. There are plenty of eye brushes available in the market and there's so much choice. You'll just be spoiled for choice and sometimes it gets very confusing. So I'm going to go through the basics ones which you need. The first up is the flat eyeshadow brush. This brush is very good for applying the base color, and this is ideal for building up color intensity. So if you want a lot of color, you need to just apply it that way. It's not very good for blending because this will form harsh lines. So you can't do with just one eyeshadow brush. Okay, it's good for building up coverage and more color, but you will have harsh lines which you need to blend out. So the next brush is the best brush in anyone's makeup kit. This is called the blending brush, aka the makeup artist brush. I promise you this is the best brush in the world. Okay, whichever brand you use, you need to buy this brush to get a good eyeshadow application. This is used to remove any harsh lines. It's a multi-purpose brush. So number one is good for eyeshadow. If you want a nice soft gradual transition of colors, you need to keep blending. Remember, keep blending. So you can't blend with a flat brush. You need to use a fluffy brush to blend. So this is fluffy and soft. You just keep blending the harsh lines so that you diffuse any starchy lines there is. Number two, it's also good for concealer. Being a synthetic brush, it's really good to apply concealer. Okay, you can also use a concealer using this brush. Number three, it's also good to set your concealer by applying loose powder. So you apply loose powder with this brush. And the last but not the least, it's good as a highlighter. You can use the belly of the brush to use a highlighter onto your cheekbones. So if there were one brush I would buy, it would be this one. So please do pick this brush up. It's brilliant. I promise you that. The next one is a medium-sized brush, which is basically in between the flat brush and the fluffy blending brush. So it's not flat and it's not blending. It's somewhere in between, and it can be very convenient to use these brushes, to have like a soft blended application, or even as a brow bone highlighter. Yeah, so you just highlight your eyeshadow there. It's basically good for adding a bit more color, another shade of eyeshadow. Another tip is, which I forgot to mention, is with a flat brush, it's always good to use one side for light shades and one side for dark shades. That way you won't have to clean it after every application. Okay. The next brush is the angular brush, which is extremely useful in makeup. This brush is perfect to get the nice winged out eyeliner. I have used this brush for my look. It's very easy to apply eyeliner using this brush because, as you can see, half your eyeliner is already drawn by this line. Okay, so it's more like a template. You just basically follow the line and you automatically have a smooth straight line. It does need practice. Of course, eyeliner does involve a lot of practice, but it's extremely easy to use as an eyeliner brush. And also below, for your lower lids, to put eyeliner or eyeshadow or eye kohl, to smudge it, you can use this angular brush for that. And the best bit about this brush is to fill in your eyebrows. You can fill in your eyebrows using this brush. I will be doing a tutorial on eyebrows very soon, so keep watching. Last but not the least is the pencil brush, which is also called the smudging brush. Okay, it's shaped like a pencil, it's rounded, and it's perfect for the V area. Okay, V area, and it's really good for smoky effect. If you want smoky eyes, this is one brush which you cannot miss out on, because you want to smoke the bottom up and you want to smudge your eyeliner. So this is a smudger. You need a smudger and also to create a V. I use this brush in almost every look because you need to get that perfect blended out V. So this is the smudging brush. Okay, and the next one is an eyelash curler, which I absolutely adore. It is a brilliant tool to get the perfect lashes, dramatic, bold, beautiful lashes. So please invest in an eyelash curler. They're not very expensive and they are brilliant. Okay, so that is my tutorial on brushes. Oh, and I just recently picked up, 3 days ago, I picked up this brush wrap where I keep my favorite brushes. It's sad because they're not space for many brushes, but I do have the basic brushes, and it's kept in a very safe little wrap pouch, or what's the other word for it? Brush roll. And there's a little zip. Oh, where to go? Oh, here. There's a little zip here where I have kept these. These are earbuds, but in makeup terminology, they're called Q-tips. Okay, they're extremely good for cleanups and touch-ups. I will take you through these in another tutorial. So I keep that in my zip, and that's my brush roll. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you learned a lot. If you have any questions, do let me know. If you want to learn more about makeup and how to achieve a look according to your face shape and your eye shape, please contact me. I do conduct makeup workshops. So that's it for now. Have a nice day and stay tuned for more workshops. Oh, and one more thing, if you like this tutorial, please do like my page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so do follow me. Bye. Take care.